Hey everyone, welcome back to Comics with Drew and a new year. Wow, last year was awful, but maybe this year will be better, but I don't know. Doesn't seem to be off to the best start. I've been going for quite a few months. I mean, I've been lurking, but I haven't been, doing videos, and that has a lot to do with just things have been on my mind. So I think I'm ready to get back to talking about things that I love to talk about, things that make me happy in general, and hopefully make you all happy as well. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, though, is a video that I saw yesterday. I was watching this video, as you can see right here. This is Comics by Perch. Perch is a great guy. He's very knowledgeable, pretty even keeled, and doesn't really get too much into drama, but he makes excellent videos, and he has excellent commentary, and I generally find him to be a pretty grounded dude. And so something that he decided to talk about, as you can see here, is what can Western comics learn from manga? I've never read manga. I'm too old for the demographic when it became super popular in the U.S. I grew up pretty much in the '80s, and the extent of exposure to manga I had was really through anime, and it was really through TV shows that had been repurposed from Japan for American audiences, like say Transformers or Robotech or Voltron. But I've never read the anime, or excuse me, the manga that anime traditionally seems to have been based upon. Like if you go to these streaming services today, you can see all kinds of different anime shows. And I've seen a lot of different anime. I've seen Hellsing, for example. And Cowboy Bebop, obviously, of course. But I never really got into the idea of the original manga. In fact, I don't know really much about it. But one thing I do know, and especially as Perch has been pointing out here in this particular video, is that it is selling like gangbusters. The audience appreciation and appetite for manga is just through the ceiling. In my experience, I've always been kind of relegating the idea of manga to little kids, little preteens and whatnot, and it's never been something that really appealed to me. But I am open to learning new things, so I decided that I'm going to take up Perch on his challenge here to see what can Western comics learn from manga. And obviously I'm just a small independent guy. I haven't actually even published anything quite yet. And I've been doing webcomics for the entire time that I've been really putting any kind of art on the internet. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna bite the bullet here. I'm gonna go ahead and get some recommendations. So I posted here on his on his video. I said, I'm open to new things. How would I get started reading manga? Do you have any titles to look into? What if I wanted to create manga? Any tips on that? So, Perch kind of blew me off here because, he's big time and all. Just kidding. Perch is a nice guy. You probably just hadn't even seen this comment. But anyway, I got a lot of different replies. I got Billy Spencer. I got the white dude here, 0040, the Vanilla Queen, and Hector Morales, and Little B. And they all made great, great recommendations. And I thought I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So I went to everybody's favorite internet retailer, and I didn't really see My Hero Academia, which is I've always been kind of intrigued by that title. I always like kind of weird titles, and especially when they're obviously not really well translated one for one to American sensibilities. But that term, that phrase kind of like stuck in my ear, and so I found out that it's more of a superhero comic book type of thing, superhero manga. So I was like, that sounds like kind of like right up my alley there. So I went, and I didn't see it available except for shipping until like the end of February. So I looked up the local bookstores, and I found that it was in stock, and so I went out there to pick it up. And what I was going to do is I was going to go ahead and take a look at Full Metal Alchemist as well, and I was going to get volume 1, and I was going to get 2 books. I was going to get volume 1 and 2 of My Hero Academia. Barring that, if there wasn't volume 2 there, I'd go ahead and get volume 1 of MHA, and then I'd get volume 1 of Full Metal Alchemist. Well, they didn't have volume 1 of Full Metal Alchemist at the store today, so they only had like volumes 3, 4, 5, and so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start with volume 1 and take it from the get-go there. So I went ahead and did that, and I didn't see it there, so I went for the next one that stood out to me, or at least I was familiar with with the title, and that would be and that was One Punch Man. So here's my haul from the bookstore, and My Hero Academia Volume 1 and One Punch Man '01. And I understand that these are different. This is a different kind of a medium for visual art. I mean, you're reading it different from what Western audiences would read it from. It's all black and white. You're going to start from basically the end of the book as you would look at it from a Western perspective, and then read it right to left, right to left. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And I'm going to try to expand my horizon, and I'm going to see what this is about and see if there's something that I can learn from it. And then I'll do a review of it, and I'll do a review of both of them, and I'll let you know my thoughts, and see if there's something that I think that Western or Western comic creators can learn from manga from my own small perspective. I know that a lot of this video by Perch, though, is based upon the fact that it's the quintessential things that have been driving forces behind Comicsgate. It's the idea that you're respectful to the fans. You're even reverential of the fans, and you don't get into internet social media drama and slap fests with people who are your fans. Because really, what it comes down to is if someone is telling you that they don't like what you're doing, what that means is that they've read what you're doing. Okay, and if they've read what you're doing, then you've already, as a creator, as a writer, as an artist, you've already achieved your goal. You got your product in the realm of somebody's attention, and they have read it. And I'm not saying that all criticism is fair or even all criticism is constructive, but the fact of the matter is that they read your book. If someone can give you detailed things that they don't like about it, especially if they're really invested in a particular property or a particular character, then what that is basically just information that you can use to inform your decisions going forward. And if you want to make something that's going to be successful, that pays your bills, that allows you to write comic creative professional on your tax return, then you're going to be discerning and try to understand what people are driving at. Manga, apparently, from what Perch is saying here, doesn't really have that problem where they're disrespectful and outright denigrating fans. They just do their stuff, and that's it. And if there is any fan engagement at all, period, then it's really something that's super, super public relations suitable. They built this massive audience for it. Maybe Perch is trying to suggest, and if Perch watches this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you're trying to suggest that maybe no engagement is better than engagement that causes problems, and I would concur with you on that. So, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at My Hero Academia Volume 1 and One Punch Man Volume 1, and see if there's any stylistic things that I can learn from that, and point out, and see if that's something that can go towards improving my own work, and maybe improving on what I traditionally see in Western comics that you can typically purchase at your local specialty comic shop. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. And hopefully I'll have more videos going forward. I've got lots of thoughts on Star Wars, and I got tons of thoughts on Luke Skywalker and The Mandalorian, and I'll be doing videos about those with more frequency going forward. Again, thanks for your time, and thanks for watching Comics with Drew. I'll see you next time.